welcome to the News Desk. I'm Conall Smith.
And I'm Brian Ortiz. The Bloomsburg Fair is going on this week, so let's send it down to our field reporter, Olivia Menzola, at the fair. Olivia?
Thanks, Brian and Conall. I'm currently standing at the annual Bloomsburg Fair, where thousands of people have gathered to celebrate its 162nd anniversary. For most fairgoers, this week is one of the most anticipated of the year, and it has good reason to be so. Food, friends, family, and fun. Between concerts, sky rides, and savory deep-fried cookie dough, the fair never fails to offer a wide variety of attractions and treats to its large crowd. Throughout the years, attendance has grown significantly, and we have people of the fair such as kind vendors, officials, and other personnel to thank for this. Safety and security has always been a top priority for the fair's officials, and this year it has been largely increased.
We did a threat assessment of the Bloomsburg Fair with 25 local people and also with the Homeland Security. And we decided to update the fair. And what we did is we sent a dozen people to school. We're working really close with the Homeland Security to upgrade. We put in some new gates, sliding gates. We put poles in the ground to deter cars from driving into the fairgrounds on a busy day because of what's going on with all the terrorism. We also put barriers in the parking lot to protect people walking on the fairgrounds or in the parking lot. Like I said, we went through all kinds of training. We have the threat assessment that was handled by 25 employees. If there's an emergency, there's 25 people that are involved in for the emergency. We had an inspector. We have ride inspectors that come in and inspect the rides. They felt that this ride was not to be opened, so they served a notice to us that we don't open that ride. So we got rid of the ride and put another ride in its place. They're inspected every day, and I get a report on it every day.
No matter what, this looks to be like another promising year for the Bloomsburg Fair. I'm Olivia Menzola, live at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. Back to you guys at the News Desk.
At a rally held in Alabama on Friday, September 22nd, President Trump called out NFL owners, suggesting that teams fire players who kneel during the national anthem.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL when somebody disrespects our flag to say, get that the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
In response to the president's bold statement, players from all across the nation began tweeting at the president. Buffalo Bills running back LaShawn McCoy took to Twitter and said, "It's really sad, man. Our president is an expletive." McCoy was also seen stretching while the national anthem was being sung. McCoy was not the only player to protest the anthem, however. The Seattle Seahawks, as well as all but one Pittsburgh Steeler, remained in the locker room while the anthem was played, while many others teams stood together, coaches and players alike, locking arms while they sung the anthem. In Philadelphia, Eagles fans were seen shouting at anti-Trump protesters. Coaches and general managers such as Shahid Khan of the Jacksonville Jaguars have stated that despite being on the field with the team on Sunday, he will not do it again. Which begs the question, is this a one-time thing or the start of something more?
With Trump's temporary travel ban on Muslim-majority countries set to expire, he has issued a new travel ban impacting citizens of 8 countries. The new rules will take effect October 18th and will impact the citizens of Chad, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. As president, I must act to protect the security and interests of the United States and its people, said Trump. The Department of Homeland Security officials say the restrictions are targeted at countries that refuse to share information with the U.S. regarding travelers' terror-related and criminal histories. The ban comes only a week after a bomb partially exploded in a London subway. Trump tweeted, "The travel ban into the United States should be far larger, tougher, and more specific, but stupidly, that would not be politically correct."
In other news, in protest of the Bloomsburg Fair, a Wilkes-Barre native burned a homemade, double-sided Nazi and Confederate flag outside the Columbia County Courthouse. His reason? He believes that both flags stand for racism, bigotry, and hatred. Gene Stilp, the man at the center of this protest, said he conducted his protest in response to the fair's decision to remove a vendor that sold Nazi flags last year. However, the fair still allows vendors to sell Confederate flags on the premise that there's no law against the sale of Confederate flags, which Stilp feels is immoral.
Puerto Rico is currently recovering from the devastation from Hurricane Maria. Food is running low and clean water is scarce. Power is out across the whole island and is not expected to return for months. Everything is limited, including communication. The government is out of money and the country needs your help. To donate, please go to redcross.org.
October is here and yet it feels more like July. Danny, can you tell us if the heat is going to let up anytime soon?
Thank you, Conall. As you can see, the weather cooled down just a bit over this past weekend, getting down to the mid-60s. But don't pack your bathing suits away just yet, because the summer weather isn't over. Tomorrow it's going to be back up to the high 70s, partly cloudy, with a low of 53. Thursday and Friday are going back up to the 80-degree weather, partly cloudy, with a low of 53 and 54 degrees. So if you still want that summertime glow on your skin, spend some time outside these next few days. But don't forget the sunscreen. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Danny. We're out of time for tonight. It has been a pleasure as always.
Thank you for watching the News Desk. Good night and good luck.